Hello and welcome to another episode of A Wicked Parley. I am your host, Justin, and my fellow co-host, Rose.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, everyone, I just want to let you guys know now we're going to come clean, okay? We tried to record this already, and it fucking crapped out on us. Sorry. And also, I want to say this too. Thank you for watching our pre-recorded content. It means the world to me to know that you guys care that much, even though your comments can't be featured on the screen. Know that your comments are in my heart, and I appreciate it.
We will respond to them, we swear.
Yeah, I will. I promise. And also, throw it in the comment section as we go through stuff today. It'll be good.
Yes, because we have quite a number of things to say.
Oh, yes. Indeed, we do. So, today's episode is a review of scientific discoveries.
Pew, 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 pew.
Particularly 7 of them that may lead to some sort of new inventions in the future. And trust me, our previous recorded content was hilarious, which means the current content will be less than that. So,
You sure about that?
bring your expectations down.
Look at the little elephant.
You know, right? I love elephants. Elephants are adorable.
They are adorable. Again, I seriously need to find that article which says that elephants look at us the way we look at puppies.
Yes. No,
So
seriously.
cute.
I really did see a video on
Yeah.
I think it was on Sunday, and it
Okay.
was a series of videos that showed different animals saving people's lives. And
Oh, I love those.
in one of the particular videos, an elephant comes running, into the view of a camera, and as some woman is about to go into it, like this treacherous river, and
Oh, lovely.
and the elephant literally pulls the person out of the river, right, and then starts using their body to block the person from trying to go back into the water.
Oh my
And
god, they're
it's like,
body blocking the person like we would body block a puppy.
yeah, like no, you cannot go there, human. That is dangerous right now. No.
An, el- an elephant's trunk, the equivalent to a dog leash.
That just goes to show that, in order to restrain a human, you need a leash like that. Stay tuned. At the end of the episode, there will be an interesting story involving something that will cure the Earth of its evil, nearly indestructible plastic problem. Stay tuned.
Yeah. 7 scientific discoveries from 2022 that may lead to new inventions. I don't know why I read it like that.
I know why you read it like that. Because you're ridiculous. That's why.
Thank you. I will take that as a compliment.
Indeed. Brought to you by the editor desk of Science and Innovation, Carolyn Cranking. I love cranking.
Cranking.
It reminds me of a Donkey Kong Country kind of
Oh, goodness.
like character. It's like, oh look, it's Cranking Kong. I don't know. I love it. Call me weird. Okay. Though the natural world is teeming with sources of inspiration for technological advancement, evolution has shaped fascinating adaptations in animals, making them well equipped to deal with their surroundings. When scientists discover the perfect designs and behaviors of plants and animals, inventors take note, using them as a blueprint for technology that could improve human lives. 100% real.
Yeah, I can believe that. Fully. Absolutely.
I automatically am pulled to the way in which airplanes are designed. The fact that modern airlines design their airplanes so that way they perfectly imitate how birds glide. Just in case for safety reasons. And I find it kind of interesting that is something that happened. And then if you go back to other ancient inventions, you see all sorts of imagery, imitations of various forms of things that were observed in nature. So very cool.
Yeah, because my first thought is swimming flippers.
Hey, you know what though? Brilliant. Okay, brilliant.
They're so nice.
Indeed.
Just go zoom, zoom in the water, zoom.
All right. This year, scientists fashioned a gel from proteins in snake venom that can help stop uncontrolled bleeding. And a team of engineers build an engine-less Mars glider inspired by the flight of the albatross. Okay.
What?
1,000%. Okay.
What? What?
I don't want to be the test guy for the gel protein thing. No, I mean,
I don't want to get stabbed.
Yeah, no stab, no stab.
No stab, no stab. Again, I'm hoping they like have some like, you know, non-alive test subject.
Okay, and what would you use for a non-alive test subject?
A balloon.
Come on. No! A balloon is not a substitute for a human body part. I'm sorry, no.
Some balloons, you can make it textured, have the same material. They can make material. It doesn't have to be like a latex balloon.
No, wrong. 100% wrong. Okay? 100% wrong. Let me tell you how wrong it is, okay?
Okay.
All right. Balloon.
Uh-huh.
Bite into the damn thing. Guess what happens? You pop it. It fucking gushes everywhere. All right. Have you ever tried to get blood drawn, and like they can't find the fucking like where like the vein is?
No, because I'm freaking tiny.
Okay, I have had that experience where I walked into the emergency room and was like, I need to get blood tested because some shit's wrong. Stab, 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 stab. There's no blood. Stab, 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 stab. Like, I get shanked to death practically. Like them trying to get blood. All right? Like, I'm sorry. Balloon? No.
I'd use it. Granted, I'm just thinking the big duct tape commercial.
Our duct tape is the best duct tape. Why? Because we were able to shoot it with a gun and then duct tape it, and it still filled water. It's impressive because it's our balloon.
I'm still laughing at the sheer amount of different duct tape commercials and how it just ridiculously gets more ridiculous.
I think to go off too much on a tangent here, the most ridiculous duct tape commercial was the duct tape commercial of the truck pulling a semi with duct tape. Oh God.
Yep.
I was just like, yeah, that's only in this commercial is that really happening. You know?
A little concerning. So yeah, I think you had actually heard about the Mars glider, right?
Oh yeah, I had. Yeah, there was oh my God, it was this is where the mind fart just gone.
Okay.
The previous recording, I did know it. This one, not so much. That's how much it stuck in my head. Clearly, not that much information. No, I mean, in all seriousness, though, like because of the environment on Mars, having a glider makes a lot of sense, considering there's not a whole lot of stuff in the actual atmosphere. It's just carbon for the most part, carbon dioxide. So it's like, it's a good idea. Okay, moving on. But even more new inventions are in the works that couldn't have begun without researchers first uncovering something about wildlife. Though examining the genes of jellyfish, smaller than a pinky fingernail, mapping the mechanics of an elephant's trunk, and conducting loads of other investigations, researchers have found creative sparks to spur future inventions. Here are 7 scientific discoveries from 2022 that may lead to new inventions down the line.
As long as they're not observing humans.
Sure, why not? The first one, immortal jellyfish, thwarting aging by being born again.
Well, bam!
Aye, it's the same picture.
Look at the tiny thing.
Tiny thing. Okay, I have to ask though, and I mean this like legitimately, all right?
Okay.
If you're reborn again, does that count as immortal or just like a functioning circle of life? Life and death.
It's just reincarnation. It's I consider it the reincarnation circle.
Okay, but like if you ask them, right? Let's just say hypothetically.
Yes, so we have a jellyfish translator.
Okay, yes, the jellyfish translator. All right, but like you ask him, like, okay, is this the same jellyfish? Is this Carl? Is Carl died and he came back?
Here?
You know?
Are you Carl?
Or is it Carla when he comes back?
Is it Carl 2.0? Carl 3.0? Carl 5672.0?
Okay, she's gone off the deep end, folks. It's over. It's over for everyone. I told you the quality was going to be like set the bar lower. This is what I was talking about, okay? Anyways,
you're laughing.
I'm laughing because it's hilarious, but like that's not. Well, I laugh at everything, okay? Like I mean, God's sakes, I look at this jellyfish and I think that looks like sperm. I don't know. Like, I mean, like anyways, all I'm gonna say is this. You imagine if you had like the jellyfish, right, and it starts talking smack. You know, like you had like a translator, right, and it's all like, "I've been here since before you were born. You can go fuck yourself." You know, like you
I
imagine.
was older than your grandmother.
Oh dear Lord! You imagine like you're like,
I'm older than your grandmother's grandmother.
Person's all like, "I behold these immortal jellyfish. Watch as I don't drop this. Watch as I kill the immortal jellyfish."
Just plunk.
Age is just a number, but for a deep sea species known as the immortal jellyfish, that number can be reset countless times. Dear Lord. Can you imagine if someone just got that in the genes? Can you imagine like they find a way to CRISPR the genes that say, hey, you can get rewritten? Like, and people start being immortal because of this shit?
There's a writing prompt for that.
Yeah, dear Lord. I'm terrified. If you got, and here's the thing: if you guys are watching this in the future and you're also equally terrified, leave it in the comment section below, and also leave your theory of what kind of world that would look like if people were immortal because of jellyfish. When an adult immortal jellyfish, I'm not going to even say the Latin name for it, sustains damage or becomes stressed. Okay, this is starting to become funny. It absorbs its tentacles into its body, becoming a free-floating blob that settles to the sea floor. This blob then morphs into an earlier jellyfish life stage, a branching, plant-like polyp that in turn releases young jellies into the ocean. Effectively, the adult jellyfish turns into multiple new babies. Though predators can kill these creatures, the jellyfish do not succumb to old age.
What?
Okay, alright, I'm just going to say there's some weird shit in here, okay? The first thing I'm concerned about is, it sounds like death, okay? That sounds like a reproduction. Like, that sounds like what happens to spiders. You know, like...
It's not... I went, what do we... this sounds more like a production, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, and the other part is, oh, I'm getting stressed out now. It's time to check out of this world. Like, are you serious? Like,
Time to go.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that's a good idea.
The first moment of stress reverts back to baby life. God, I would have done that 100 times.
You're like, oh God, I'm so stressed. Gone. Like a whole bunch of little versions of you, just like, it's like, oh no.
There wouldn't be an adult me.
Oh. They would never have a chance. It'd just be an ever progressively smaller and smaller group of younger and younger versions of you.
If this happened to humanity, there would be no adults. There'd just be babies.
Can you imagine predators are just like, you know what, we're just going to scare the shit out of them. We're not going to even like attack them. We're just going to scare them so that way we can eat their young. Leave one alive and just let repeat the process.
It's too hard to try and eat an adult, scare them into baby form, and then eat it.
Oh my God. You're like, less meat. Damn.
Less meat, but you could probably get more.
Probably.
Just go to like an attraction and just scare the everyone.
No, I refuse. No, I'm inxing that right there. No, let's get in the action. Sorry, no. To find how the tiny invertebrates accomplish this feat of anti-aging, a team of scientists look at its genome. In a study published in August in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, the biologist from the University of Oviedo, I don't know where the fuck that in Spain, compared the species to one of its jellyfish relatives, revealing that the so-called immortal jelly has twice as many genes that repair and protect DNA. With these genes, the jellyfish can produce more restorative proteins. Telomeres, or chromosome-protecting bits of DNA, typically shorten with age. That's because the cell keeps on getting copied, and with each copy it shortens the telomere by a little bit. That's how it works. Just heads up. Science. But the immortal jellyfish has a genetic mutation that slows the shrinking. Okay, I'm starting to say, not like immortal jellyfish, but like creepy, super weird, like X-Men jellyfish.
Jelly.
Like I'm hearing X-Men theme music coming out of nowhere. The jellyfish uses multiple genetic avenues for preserving their longevity. And that could be a lesson for researchers looking into human aging. If we want to look for an extension extension of the health span, that seems weird to say, we cannot just focus on one pathway. That will not be sufficient. Jan Carlesser-Deer, a molecular biologist and director of the Glenn Center for Biology of Aging Research at the Salk Institute, told the Wall Street Journal's Ginger Adams Otis. And okay, come on, okay, people, you could just say, talk to people from the Washington Journal. Do we really need their names? Are they going to be like super important? I'm sorry, I'm going to get mad now about this. Like this, I'm sorry. Like, this is bullshit. Okay, we need to look at many of them and how they synergize. Okay, science speak for. We think people should live longer. Let's figure out a way to do that. Come on now, people. All right. To be fair, would I like to live longer? Sure. Do I want to see a person on TikTok who says a bunch of weird, random, stupid shit live longer? Not really. I'll be honest, not really. Am I a bad guy for thinking that? Perhaps. Only you guys, our audience, will be able to tell me. When I say you guys, I am referring to both men and women and everyone else in between. Don't take it weird. I can't believe I have to say that in this day and age. Oh,
Yeah.
What a world. What a world. What do you think about this? Do you think people should live longer?
I'm just imagining. Huh?
Nothing.
Eh.
I pressed the wrong
I'm just
button.
imagining, like, what types of things would be invented if it would be. Because it's like, it's just like we want to create more stuff to make things easier on ourselves, but if we can do what this jellyfish does,
Yeah.
it's just like, then, like, less people might be concerned, and only those who just want to still make things easier would be actually concerned about, actually inventing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, would this increase the want for inventions, or would it decrease the want for inventions?
An interesting question. I mean, like, I take the stance of this, right? Like, all right, was it great for like people like maybe like an Einstein or someone of those nature to, live a longer life and be more potentially more creative, more helpful for the species? Sure. But then again, would you really want like a Hitler around for longer? Like, do you want
I mean, you could still kill them.
Sure, you can still kill them, but what I'm saying is that wouldn't you just, like, if they get away, don't you just want the natural process to just kind of let nature take care of it at some point?
Cons, so it's like it's a long thinking process, because there's a lot of stuff that people could create that would be great, and there's a lot of things that people do that just make you want him.
Yeah, my opinion is that there's a lot more undesirables in society than there are desirables. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to say anything. Every one of our viewers is a desirable person. Don't worry about it. I'm not talking about you guys. But, like, there are people out there that I'm like, I really wish that I didn't have to deal with you every day. Like, I wish this wasn't a thing. And so... the whole unaliving thing, like, maybe not the worst thing in the world. Okay, all right, on to the next less stimulating. Okay, springtails always land on their feet.
Yeah, the picture I have for this isn't exactly great either. Oh wait, wrong one. That's a mermaid.
Oh, see, I would be okay with that.
Oh,
dear Lord, why? Bring back the mermaid! My God, what the fuck is?
Okay.
Okay.
Mermaid.
Okay.
Baby.
Yeah, that's
Baby.
right. Okay.
Baby.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
Baby.
Here we go. Yeah.
Want to see another baby?
Sure. Why not? Okay.
Baby.
Okay, that's cool. Makes me feel good. All right, good stuff. All right, humans don't pay much attention to springtails, as they shouldn't.
I don't wanna.
After all, most of these insect-like creatures that live in soil, leaf litter, tree bark, and other moist environments are smaller than a grain of sand. Oh dear. Okay. Make me not want to go outside more, okay? It's like, come on.
Who said touching grass was a good idea?
I said touching grass is a good idea, and my emote in Destiny says so, but god damn it. Okay? But these minuscule animals are truly exceptional. To escape danger, they hurl themselves into the air, traveling at a speed of 280 body lengths per second. I like how they have to use that measurement in order to make it sound impressive. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure it's impressive, but like, still, like, that's the metric you use? Like,
Sorry, I thought of a joke.
like, here's a minuscule animal that it's hard to really give a measure to. But don't worry, it travels at 280 times the length of its body per second. It's like, you couldn't give us a measurement that we could understand? So what was your funny thing?
Oh, this reminded me of a comment of it's a stereotypical comment. So
Okay.
it's the Americans will use anything but the metric system.
So true. As they fly, they perform rapid twists and flips, and like a tiny gymnast, they stick the landing. Yeah, that's. But the question you gotta ask yourself is, where are they landing? Like, that's the real question you should be asking yourself. My God. Okay, scientists once believed springtails had no control over their bodies as they flew. Their speedy jumps looked to the naked eye like frantic fleeing. But a team of researchers recently used high-tech cameras to look at one semi-aquatic species, documenting just how exactly these six-legged hoppers are in a study published in the Proceedings of National Academy of Science in November. Yeah, that's a great use of our time. Don't worry about global warming, folks. Pay attention to the twerking, flinging springtail, because that's gonna help. Like that's gonna produce some, just bang up job research. Okay, the critter's technique comes from two special body parts: an appendage called the furcula. I'm sorry. Like, I was just thinking, like, fur and Dracula. Like, I don't know why. I'm like, blah, 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 but, like, with a fur coat,
It's cold.
Oh, man. Which smacks the water to launch into the air, and an abdominal tube known as a colifer, which holds a droplet of water to stabilize its flight and act as an anchor on its landing. I mean, that's kind of cool, creepy, but kind of cool, I guess. I mean, like...
Sorry, it just sounds like the flipping bottle challenge just with a live test subject.
It really does. Oh my god, that's so accurate. Okay, I mean, you know what? National Academy of Sciences. I have a great new, paper I want you to find. It's called How to Waste Your Money as Much as Possible. And I will go into the absolutely sacred grounds of Orlando, Florida, and I will look into the species known as human and determine what is more savory, a chili dog or a corn dog. And I will publish this. Look for the published results in September. I would like $1 million for my research. All expenses paid. And 2 writing assistants. Anyways, where the hell was I?
Inspired by
Okay, cool. Inspired by Springtail's natural hardware for controlled jumps. Well, that's where this is going to go. The researchers built tiny robots with drag flaps that help them land upright. In trials, the penny-sized mechanical jumpers land correctly around 75% of the time. Well, you research bugs, you create little tiny robots, and you got 75%. I'd hate to see what those 25% look like.
Probably turtleified.
What was that? Oh, don't worry about it. I'm building robotic springtails. Why? Science. Anyways. Here we go. It's Korean. All right. It's been a major challenge for jumping robots, specifically at small scales, to control their orientation in the air for landing and jumping, said study co-author Jae-sung Ko, a mechanical engineer whose team at Aja University in South Korea helped build the robots. In a statement, the finding in this research could inspire insect-scale jumping robots that are able to land safely and expand the capabilities of robotics in new terrains such as open water surface in our planet's lake and... Okay. What possible application is a tiny robot really going to do? Like, what are you bringing to the table? I mean, okay, let's just say the robot can jump and make its way into lakes and oceans. What are they bringing? What's the payload that they're bringing? Like, what are they doing? Like, it doesn't make... I'm sorry. Like, they're just... It seems, like, absurd. I'm like, we're going to take this small amount of material that's not safe for humans, but we're going to put it in a water source. And then we're going to say it's going to be better. It's like... What the fuck is this? I you know what? It's fine. You know what? I don't understand. If anyone else does, throw it in the comment section below. Help me out here, okay? Help me out here, folks. All right. On to something that everyone's going to care about. Catnip repels mosquitoes. Thank fucking God. All right.
Look at this baby.
Oh my God, look at it. It's so cute. And clearly his owner is like very attached though. I mean, like he's got like 3 fucking name tags on. Like, this is a cat that people know what the fuck it is. Yeah. Like, and you're gonna know we're coming. Okay. Wow. When your cat rolls around with catnip, or an East Asian alternative known as silvervine, that playtime might be more than just for fun. Sounds so wrong! Oh my God, it sounds so wrong. Catnip and silvervine leaves host a cocktail of chemicals called iridoids. Iridoids? We'll go with iridoids. Which induce a cat's endorphin high as they play. But iridoids also repel mosquitoes. Okay, all right. Odin is about to get high as fuck this time. like, that is for real. We're just growing them everywhere. They're fucking everywhere. These fucking mosquitoes, man. Eat me alive. I'm like a white feast. After a cat simply rubs against or rolls in the plant, its fur becomes coated in these chemicals, warding off the blood-sucking insects. Okay, so, all right, everybody, this is what you got to do, all right? You got to go find the silver vine leaves or whatever the fuck catnip is, okay? And you just grow it everywhere, okay? And then, you just need to rub it on yourself everywhere, okay? On the neck, especially, on the face. If you are allergic to plants, well, I'm sorry, but this is necessary. This is a human courtesy, all right? Like, this is necessary. There are life-changing things going to happen now because of this, okay? Very important. Okay. Where the fuck was I? I don't know. I'm losing my track. That's how much I'm so excited. I'm like, finally, these little fuckers are going to get dealt with.
Cats, however, also lick or chew on the leaves. Thank
you. Cats, however, also lick or chew on the leaves, which long mystified researchers. They wondered if damaging the plant had a benefit to cats. In an experiment, a team from Iwate University in Japan presented cats with 2 variations of silvervine leaves, those that had been manually crushed and those that were intact. The animals spent more time playing with the plants that had been damaged. Interesting. Okay. Of course it's Japan fucking with cats too. Like, of course. Like, like you see them in all these little cat cafes. Like, why are there no fucking mosquitoes in here? And then like, oh, could this be a correlation? Let's look closer. Okay. A closer analysis revealed that the crushed leaves emitted more iridoids, and the cocktail of chemicals in those damaged leaves were more diverse and more even distributed across 5 different chemicals. The chemical mixture in the intact leaves was more dominant by a single iridoid. Interesting. So why is this iridoid not just like, everywhere? A little too far.
Goodness.
Okay, it's fine. What's more, the complex cocktail, while preferred by cats, is less appealing to mosquitoes. Scientists put a shallow dish into a transparent box full of the insects. Oh, dear God. When the chemicals from damaged leaves were placed in the dish, the mosquitoes scattered more quickly than when scientists put in the mixture from intact leaves. Okay, so we need to take these plants and we need to fucking break them everywhere. Okay? That's what needs to happen. All right. These findings, published in iScience in June, that sounds reputable, could help protect humans from mosquitoes as well. The species in the study is the same kind of mosquito that spreads viruses such as, oh dear Lord, what the hell is those? Dengue and Chikungunya. You know what?
Chikungunya?
I 100% want to hear someone actually correctly pronunciate this. Dengue? I'm pretty sure is how you say that. Because I've heard of dengue fever. Like I've heard that before.
Okay.
The other one, though, I don't know. I'd like to hear someone say it. Among humans, the results show that people may want to consider using catnip or an iridoid cocktail as a bug spray, as long as they're okay with attracting to some felines.
Yes.
You imagine, okay, like a person like goes, yeah, this is mosquito repellent, right? And they're allergic to cats. And you're
Do
like,
not use if you are allergic to cats.
You spray them all, spray the guy down. It's like, oh, good, thank God, I am free of these pests. And all of a sudden you hear, meow, meow, meow. And like a bunch of cats start walking all the way fucking over there, and they start rubbing themselves over you, and you're like, oh God, and they start getting like puffy skin and like breaking out in hives. You're like, oh God, I'm fucked. Like,
Goodness.
That's the best way to kill a guy. That is the best way to unalive someone. Death, make them allergic to cats, and spray them with this, and death by kitty. Oh man, that needs to be like in a James Bond movie. You're like, like all of a sudden, like James Bond pulls out like a big spray bottle, and and the guy's all like, I'm allergic to cats, but you can never defeat me, James Bond. It just starts chucking cats at him. He's like, oh God, he's just like all over the place. That would be. That to me, that would be a fucking hilarious movie. Regardless of if it's, successful or not, I would buy that movie.
Alright, next one?
Alright, yes, next one. Yes. Bull sperm. Traveling in groups have better luck. You'd think, sperm traveling in groups would have better luck. That's a go figure moment. You're like, hey,
gee, I wonder why.
Yeah, you know what? We definitely are traveling with larger numbers. You know what? Tim, you're not going to make it. Earl, you're not going to make it. Mark, you got this. We're going in together.
I'm just imagining the ones that don't make it is like they were the wingmen.
I know, right? They're the wingman. The other thing that I could imagine too is it's like that moment where like someone gets to the other side and that the door closes and you can just see each other, but the door is closed, right? It's like he made it. We're all dead. Fuck. But he made it. All right, we're gonna make this one quicker because this is just kind of icky.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Rose, for finding such a wonderful article. I'm so happy that we're covering this.
I'm not the only one that approved the article.
Okay. All right. From the dawn of sperm science. That's right. From the dawn of sperm science. That's it. That's a word. When compound, oh my God, when compound microscope, no, what?
I don't know. Do you need me to read this? Or something?
No, I'm fine. I will get through this. I am an adult. I can do the English.
Okay.
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
All right. When compound, sorry. You know what? We're still for that word. Microscope inventor Antoine von Lou. Wow, that's a word. Observed his own semen in 1670s. You gotta be, you sick fuck. Scientists have struggled to view sperm in an environment that captures how they would naturally behave. Science has struggled to view sperm in an environment that captures how they would naturally behave. Really, folks? This is how we're spending our time? This is what makes you excited? Okay. Yeah, and then you had to use that word too. You know, I have dinner to have to go to at some point, and you're going to talk up... Oh, my God. Sandwiched between two pieces of glass under a lens, sperm do not reveal how they act in the place they're designed to survive the reproductive tract. Yeah, maybe they don't. Maybe it's cold, you know? Like, no, there's
just a wee bit.
Maybe there's some reasons for this, you know? I don't know. It's not warm and lubricated and... Okay, moving on. But in a study of bull sperm published in Frontiers in Cell and Developmental Biology in September, researchers from Northern Carolina, A&T State University, and Cornell created a fluid-filled environment that mimicked the conditions of a cow's cervix. Okay. Folks, this is where I draw the line with this, okay? Why are we doing this? like for real? Like, is there a legit... I'm just going to skip past this whole part. They analyze, reveal bull sperm that swims in a group are better equipped to navigate a cow's reproductive system than sperm traveling alone. Okay, numbers. It's a numbers game. I think we've all known this. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, what was it like? Human sperms, like 5 million sperms or some shit like that? Like... Okay, alright. Anyways, clustering sperm do not swim faster per se, but they are able to move along a more direct path in the reproductive tract. When the researchers added currents in the fluid environment, similar to the ones sperm would face inside a cow, the sperm that had gathered together were better able to orient themselves to swim against the flow. I'm sorry. This is just
okay?
like, I honestly, when I think about this, I'm just thinking of like a water slide, like the most intense water slide ever. Oh my God. Groups of sperm could even withstand the strongest currents, making them less likely to get washed downstream. I'm sorry.
Oh, I like the next sentence. It's funny.
Okay. Okay. Whew. In effect, the bull sperm used the same drafting technique as our race car drivers or bicycles. Oh my God. I have this picture of like Talladega Nights and like slingshot engaged and just with bull sperm just going right past. It's like, come on, what are they doing here? Oh my God, we're not talking about race. Like, this is how bad it is, right? They're like, we understand what we're saying, and it is so ridiculous. We're gonna throw in race car terms to describe what the fuck's going on.
Yep.
That way you can stay on task, because clearly this is not an adult conversation anymore. We're just giggling children at this point. I ain't gonna lie, that's fucking hilarious.
That one sentence made it.
Yeah, okay. This research paves the... I'm sorry. Really? This research paves the way for future discoveries that can translate to humans. Bull sperm are good analogs for human sperm. Both have similar dimensions and swim through the vagina and cervix to reach the uterus. Words are hard sometimes. Because of this, the researchers say that traveling in groups probably gives an advantage to human sperms as well. Okay, we are not bulls. As much as you want us to be, we're not bulls. Oh my god. That's not true. Some people probably are. The Rock is a bull. Like The Rock is a bull. This understanding could improve both human infertility treatments and pregnancy prevention measures. Okay, you know what, to be fair though, all jokes aside, that actually is important because there are some people who struggle. I mean, especially, can you imagine being one of those women that like get told, "Oh, hey, you can go be a boss, babe. You can get pregnant when you're 35. It'll be fine, no problem at all." And then like they get there and they're like, "I'm having a hard time conceiving kids. I barely get one, and it has some birth defects or that doesn't quite make it." And you're like, "Well, that's science." It's like, but I was
it's
lied
just like
to.
some people really. It's just like some people just want children really, really badly and they can't, and it's just like, oh.
Yeah, so in that way, I totally understand, and I also understand the prevention too. It's like, if you don't want to get pregnant,
Yeah.
and you still want to engage in sex, it might be helpful to learn how to stop that. So in all seriousness, I think that's important.
Yeah, just another prevention measure.
Yeah, I don't want to be all jokes, right? I'm not trying to be like silly. Okay, and with the reproductive environment simulator, come on, all right, we're going back into silliness. Come on, I was just trying to be serious.
You got this?
There's a simulator for this shit. What am
Yes.
oh, you're right. It's okay. Don't worry about this. We're gonna go ahead and pass this part of the research facility. This is the area where we have simulated the cow's vagina and the circulation of sperm. Excuse me, sir. What did you do in here? How much was that? $1 million to do funding pulled. Like just pulled. Like, oh my god. Anyway, sorry. I'm sorry, folks. I know it's not that silly. I just find it silly. I'm sorry. I'll be a better host in the future. Not today. Scientists could diagnose infertility and provide more advanced help with conceiving. Great job, science. Good for doing something really strange and weird and trying to pull it through to make it nice. Good on you. I'm scared. I'm scared where people are going with this shit. This is why we shouldn't do pre-recordings. It gets weird. Rose, any thoughts?
No.
No final thoughts on the wonders of bull sperm?
Not really.
No shocking revelations?
No.
No?
I know people are weird and they would do something like this.
The people,
It's just like, my question is, why bull sperm?
You know what it is? Because they're the most virile. They're the most propagation and similar to humans, which is what we're really trying to get at anyways, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess that's the
I'm just
article.
wondering
The
if
article
there are
said
any
it.
other animals that, are good analogs of human.
I'd have to imagine some part of either chimpanzees or something in the ape family would be analogous. I'd hope, But I mean, then again, most mammals probably, have a lot of similarities. So,
All right.
I guess,
We do got 3 more stories, I think.
do we have 3? Jesus Christ. Okay.
Yes.
Getting to the one that I think is, one of the more important ones. The secret to an elephant's trunk. Dexterity. Is it skin?
Baby.
Oh, look how cute it is. It's so cute.
Baby.
Okay. Using its trunk, an elephant can smell, communicate, store water, gather food, and eat. Basically, it is your extra hand in every way possible. It does everything you can possibly imagine and more. I'm sorry. I would like a trunk. I'd be 1,000%. I would find a lot of usefulness for a trunk that I'm not going to go into. But trunks seem like it could be fun. The appendage can forcibly tear foliage from branches or nimbly pick up a blade of grass. The key, according to research published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of... I gotta get on this fucking thing. They gotta give me some grants here, okay? The National Academy of Sciences. We gotta look into this, okay, Rose? Like, they're paying people to do this kind of shit. Imagine what we get away with. In July, lies in the animal's wrinkly skin. So the answer lies in wrinkly skin.
So, prune hands?
Not prune hands. No prune hands. Dear Lord. In an experiment, researchers encouraged two captive African savannah elephants. I can read.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
Elephants to reach their trunks toward bran cubes and apples. As the elephants maneuvered their dexterous noses, scientists filmed them with a high-speed camera, because that's necessary. The footage revealed that all parts of a trunk do not extend evenly. The folded skin atop the trunk stretches 15% farther than the wrinkled underside does. The team confirmed their findings by examining the trunk of an elephant that had died. Aww, poor elephant.
Baby.
This special skin setup is the elephant's innovation. Co-author David Hugh, a mechanical engineer at the Georgia Institute of Technology, said in a statement, "But human engineers have tended to overlook this concept while developing soft robots." Okay, alright. I was all on board until I heard human engineers developing soft robots. Alright, what do you think those soft robots are going to be made for, folks? I don't think it's for elephants. In order to have those complex movements, you need these structures on the outside. Andrew Schultz, a mechanical engineer at the Georgia Tech and co-author of the study, told New Scientist Claire Wilson in July, "People working on such robots should experiment with the material their technology is wrapped in. Experts say in this way, innovators could create machines that more accurately replicate the dynamics of an elephant trunk." Okay, to be fair, that is kind of fucking cool. You imagine if you could get like a robotic appendage added to yourself that you could slip on and off that could like do stuff like an elephant's trunk could do.
Yeah.
Almost, it kind of reminds me like Doc Ock from like, Spider-Man, like
heck yeah.
I mean, like that's kind of neat. I really do think that's really kind of cool. Okay, how cool is that, guys? I mean, like, I don't know.
I like that.
Let us know in the comment section. I'm getting tired. I'll be honest, getting a little tired, getting a little sleepy. So, energy level slightly going down. Apologize.
Baby.
Oh my God, these are the melons that we saw earlier. Look how cute they are. Oh my God, look at their little fingers. Look at their little fingers.
The little title.
The yellow-bellied marmots halt aging while they hybrid. Wait a minute.
Look
What?
at them.
So let me get this straight. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna catch a few Z's. Okay, I'm gonna curl up over here, and while I'm in suspended animation, furry style. Like, really? Like, oh my God.
Supposedly.
That's a neat trick. I mean, I would love that. I mean, can you imagine, like, every time you go to bed, you just stop aging? Talk about encouraging people to just be like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to take an 18-hour sleep day. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. I just need the bullet point. Yeah, I need the bullet points for today, okay? I don't need to know the whole day. Just, give me I'm going to wake up, give me the 5 minutes of news. I'm going to take a good shit and eat a big sandwich. All right, let me watch something funny, and then I'm out. All right, we'll call that day a wrap. Like, man, talk about like the price you'd pay for binge watching shows if you had that ability. Okay, anyway, sorry, tangent over.
No, you're fine.
If you picked up a hibernating yellow-bellied marmot, it would feel like a cold, fuzzy rock. Still sounds cute as fuck. Dan Bloomstein, a biologist at the University of California, Los Angeles, told Inversa, Elena See, I was on board until I said Spikovac in March. With its metabolism slowed dramatically, the squirrel's body temperature drops to a near freezing 41 degrees Fahrenheit. These marmots live for approximately 15 years, but they spend 9 months of every year in hibernation.
Jesus.
Okay. All right. Okay. Buddy likes to nap. A March study suggests that the rodents can sink so deeply into torpor that in the process their aging might slow to a halt. A marmot's lifespan is much longer than what would be expected for another mammal of its size, and the creature's intense hibernating habits might be an explanation. When marmots emerged from their slumber, they are biologically the same age as when they first curled up. Oh, that's so cute. It also kind of points to the fact that they're probably a close ancestor to an early mammal that probably survived a series of cataclysms. I mean, that sounds like an environmental, atavism. Or not atavism, an environmental evolutionary, thing. Like, it's something that they literally, they learned in order to survive a pretty dangerous environment. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So, let's see here. Researchers measured epigenetic markers or natural changes to DNA as an organism ages in blood samples from hibernating marmots and published their findings in Nature, Ecology, and Evolution. When marmots wake up briefly during hibernation to rouse their immune system, for example, the transition initiates aging-related cell activities, including oxidative stress or an excess of certain oxygen-containing molecules that have been linked with conditions such as Alzheimer's. But the suppressing this activity as they hibernate, marmots stall the aging of their cells. The epigenetic markers barely change over the course of hibernation, suggesting that the marmot's biological age remains the same from start to end. I don't think that sounds right, does it? They're like saying almost, right? But it's like, okay, let's be very honest here, right?
Okay.
Do you think that you dramatically look, feel, or are significantly different at age, let's say 27, starting, let's say, January, and we'll take the same estimate in September. Do you feel like you're that much different?
I mean, you have to keep into account that these guys only live for a total of 15 years, while humans on average live up to 90.
Humans don't live up to 90? What the heck?
I don't know. What's the average?
67
80,
to 67 to 72, I think.
So
for
it's
men,
them.
I think it's add on 5 to 10 years for women.
Because for that, it's in order to, compare it properly, so multiply them by 4. So we'd have to be asleep for we'd have to compare about 3-ish years.
I'm gonna stand by my statement. I don't think I'm that much different than I was 3 years ago. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't really. I mean, I don't know. People who know me better can probably watch this and correct me. They're like, buddy, you're fucking wrong. I don't know. But I'm gonna hold myself to this. I think that's just not enough time, to be perfectly honest. I mean,
because what's the I don't know enough science about this, but isn't there a certain number of years before just every cell in your body's technically renewed?
Yes, that happens for people about once every 10 years.
Yeah.
But it happens for different rates for different people, and also different rates in different organisms.
Yeah. So it's technically that's true.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm trying to get at is that I think the time span for it is okay. To me, it doesn't sound right. But just because it doesn't sound right doesn't mean it isn't. It doesn't mean my opinion is not reality. It is simply an opinion. Okay, you know what? We're spending too much time on this. Moving on. With marmots and similar creatures as a blueprint, NASA scientists and the European Space Agency have already been eyeing strategies for inducing hibernation in astronauts. Because, of course, that's where this was going.
Okay.
Study cute furry animals. We're going to make astronauts live forever. If people en route to Mars went into a state of torpor, it would dramatically reduce the cost of the mission. Of course it's money. It's always something. Okay, all right. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Doctors too could use epigenetic markers to better preserve organ tissues that are being stored for transplants. Okay, that part I give, but okay.
Just
Call me crazy, okay? But if someone's signing you up, you're like, hey, I'm signing you up to basically, you're going to go on a long space journey, okay? And there's two ways this goes down. Way one, you're going to be put to sleep. And maybe it slows down the aging process. Maybe it doesn't. We don't know 100%. But we do know is that you're going to use a lot less resources. Or you can be awake the whole time. Call me crazy. I want to be awake the whole time. Because if the ship is going to blow the fuck up, I want to be there to try and do something about it. Call me crazy. I'm not signing up for that journey. I'd go to Mars. I'd go to Mars tomorrow. Not going to do that way. You ain't putting my ass to bed being like, listen, folks, you need to sleep for a while. We need to save our air, save our water, save our food. Sleep now. Mars will be there when we wait. We wake up. Oh shit, we're crashing Mars!
Oof.
Well, I was awake for all of 9 seconds, and Mars does now seem like a permanent place for me now. But I'm not alive to figure that out. So,
Nah.
I don't know. To me, I don't know. I'm gonna take a hard pass on that one. But this preserving organ tissue, I like that. That's a good thing. Hopefully that happens. Good for you. Good for you, science. Taking cute, cuddly creatures and figuring out a good use for it. All right, folks. The last story of the night.
Let's go.
We did make it finally. And of course, it's caterpillars. Spit breaks down plastics. You know that thing that's supposed to be invincible that nothing apparently breaks. Well, guess what? Caterpillar spit apparently destroys it. That actually kind of sounds terrifying, to be perfectly honest. Okay. Waxworms, the caterpillar larval stage of the wax moth, might revolutionize our response to plastic waste, suggests research published in Nature Communications in October. Molecular biologist and amateur beekeeper Federica Bertaccini was tending to her beehive, plucking waxworms from the honeycombs when she made an unexpected discovery. The caterpillars, which she had put into a plastic bag, were eating through the material. Upon closer examination, she found that the larvae weren't just chewing holes, but their saliva was actually breaking down the bag's polyethanol molecules. Plastics is designed to be durable, but its longevity becomes a problem in the environment. The synthetic product breaks down into minuscule specks called microplastics, which pollute waters, seafood, and even human blood. With the world's recycling system struggling to keep up with the volume of plastic waste, perhaps biorecycling could help address the issue. Waxworm saliva might one day combat plastics at large-scale waste management plants, or lead to the invention of a home recycling kits, researchers say. Okay, before we finish the rest of this, I really want to say two things. Mm-hmm. One, that's awesome. That seems wonderful. I really like that.
Yeah.
I am concerned, though, at the fact that, a lot of times in nature, when you find one solution, right, you kind of solve one problem and create two more. Mm-hmm. And I worry that what happens in a world where you have a whole bunch of those, for lack of a better term, moths, pre-moths, eating plastics. What happens to the...
I'm just wondering if they're not really going to, breed the moths, but if they're actually going to try and recreate the saliva.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe analyze it, see what compounds make it, and then, mass produce it. Maybe that.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Because it's you would have to avoid, keeping it in a plastic container, obviously. Which might present its own problem, because if you have a bunch of containers that, to keep this plastic-eating liquid...
You're like, don't worry about it, it's glass. It's fine. It's
Now,
glass.
what do you do with all the glass?
See? This is what I was talking about. Solve one problem, create two more.
Because it's like the only thing I can think of with the glass is at least like that's kind of recyclable because people throw them into glass factories to remake the glass once it's like cleaned. But what do you do with the kind of impure glass?
And do you really want that kind of glass in the first place after it's gone through that? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, there'd be a lot of things to like think about because like I can agree with just like maybe trying to recreate this, but you have to think of how do you store it? What do you deal with the storage?
That is a good point. A very good point. Okay.
And how do you create it, considering how many machine parts are actually like hard plastics?
Yeah, I don't want to think about this. it sounds really tough. This suggests alternative scenarios to deal with plastic waste, in which plastic can be degraded in controlled conditions, limiting or eventually eliminating altogether the release of microplastics. Study co-author Clement Fernandez Ares, an ecologist and mathematician at the Spanish National Research Council, told Reuters' Will Dunham in October. Still, a legion of plastic metabolizing waxworms would emit lots of carbon dioxide as they digest the materials. That's just one of the reasons why, when it comes to plastic waste, experts say the strongest solution is to simply produce less. Okay, so
they didn't go with the idea I thought of. They're actually thinking of mass breeding these waxworms.
Yeah, see, that's what I thought. Because, like, here's the thing. Most people are stupid, okay? Most people don't really care about those kinds of things. And most people just think that, oh, hey, if I do this, then it's fine. Oh, God. Okay. In any case.
I thought mine was relatively clever.
Yours was clever. I just think it's probably hard to do. Because
replicating
something, even if you understand its molecular structure, producing it at scale to the point where it could be useful is something that takes a really long time.
Very difficult. So they want to take the relatively easier.
Yeah.
I didn't say easy. It's just
easier. Yeah. Route of just producing a shit ton of these worms with absolutely no negative consequences at all. Don't worry about it. All right. Well, that has been tonight's episode. I hope everyone enjoyed this particular thing. I know I did. I would love to hear your guys' comments in the in the little video caption below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. If you haven't told your friends and family to subscribe to our show, then please try. It'd be nice. I would like to see by the end of the year 100 subscribers. That would be nice. I know, like, I'm be like one of those people. It's like, oh, I like 10,000 subscribers. Like, no.
No. 100.
Just 100. I'll be realistic here. So, if not, then that's okay. But if you can help out, I'd appreciate it. And with that being said, have yourself a fantastic rest of your evening. And I'll look forward to doing the next show, hopefully in person in the near future. We'll see you all on the next one. Good night, everybody.